California is on fire, and experts believe that we are going to see devastation like we've never seen it before. However, they do say it's still too early to tell, but there's going to be billions of dollars in losses. This is something that I warned was going to happen. We are going to see this more and more, not just in 2025, but in 2026, 2027, and beyond. It's going to continue, and the American people need to realize what is coming. We're about to see insurance companies pull out of certain states like California and Florida. But guess what? That also means they're likely going to push the increases over to the American people that are in other states as well. So everybody will be impacted. Now, today, I want to show you what is going on. Specifically, these 3 wildfires that are ripping through Los Angeles as hurricane force winds, these gusts are spreading flames, causing people to leave their cars on the side of the road and panic. They are fleeing. I'm going to show you all this in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So yes, this is true. The scenes that I'm going to show you very soon look like they're out of a movie, an apocalyptic movie, but they're not. These are real events. Look at this. It says, wildfires are ripping through Los Angeles County, fanned by hurricane-strength wind gusts as firefighters struggle to combat the blazes. The wind showed no signs of letting up early Wednesday and may intensify in the hours ahead, as conditions remain extremely difficult for firefighters. Says the Palisades fire, which broke out near the Pacific Palisades neighborhood, has burned at least 2,921 acres, forcing at least 30,000 people to evacuate. The Eaton fire, which erupted to the northeast, has burned at least 2,000 acres, prompting evacuation orders of over 52,000 residents. And in the north, the Hearst fire grew to 500 acres in just 4 hours. One thing I can tell you, okay, yes, California did declare a state of emergency because of these fires, but in the Pacific Palisades fire, okay, that one was growing rapidly, especially earlier this morning, and experts believe that later this afternoon it's going to continue. But look at some of these scenes, okay? Just look at this right here.
The fire erupting in the Pacific Palisade foothills west of Los Angeles around 10:30 local time. Fire trucks racing to the scene, aircraft attacking it from above.
We threw everything we had at it really quick. We knew that if we didn't get it in 20 minutes, it would go to hundreds of acres.
But those efforts, no match for those devastating Santa Ana winds.
One thing you need to keep in mind, not only did they not get it in 20 minutes, it didn't just grow by hundreds of acres, it's now over 2,000. So this is going to continue. Let's keep watching.
Just in the past couple of seconds since we've been here, this fire has crested this little hill we're on. The entire basin here is engulfed in flames. You can see it all the way down to the ocean behind me. That's where that light is. You can see that fire right now taking over that pile of leaves and debris. And behind us, the bulk of that massive fire now taking over most of this northern part of Pacific Palisades.
Traffic gridlocked for miles. Drivers stuck beside burning hillsides, some setting out on foot. Vehicles catching fire.
Now, I want to show you what happened after that. Look at this right here.
Now, this is Sunset Boulevard, right in the heart of Pacific Palisades. And all of these cars, including us at one point, were stuck in this gridlock. And in order for firefighters to actually get to the fires, they had to carve a path. And so a bulldozer literally shoved all of these cars to the side. You can see the bumpers ripped off, the scratches along the vehicles here. There's glass in the roadway. And then the motorists themselves had to get out of these smashed cars and flee for safety on foot.
Yeah. People had to get out of their cars, okay, and just run. Get out of there. Well, look what happened. Look what had to happen after that. Because again, the streets were gridlocked. Nobody's moving. Look at this.
All of these cars were ditched. So all of the drivers panicked. They took their keys. This is Palisades Drive as well as Sunset Boulevard. this dozer is just moving these vehicles out of the way. So if this is your car, unfortunately, it's an emergency situation, and this is what they have to do.
So, all those people, okay, hundreds of cars, maybe thousands, don't know exactly, they had to be moved out of the way in order for the fire department to get through. Now, this is where things are becoming a little more concerning. Right now, what we're seeing is people have been waiting, okay, to pretty much the end, waiting until they have no other choice to evacuate. This brings up the reports from the Maui Fire, okay? You may remember that, where people didn't have enough time to prepare, to plan, to evacuate. It just came in, people were running. Their only option in many cases were jumping into the ocean. In this case, people couldn't even make it to the Pacific Coast Highway. Okay, they were stuck on Sunset Boulevard. Now I want to play you another clip. Listen to this one as well.
Because the fire was so intense, you can only just imagine, you're in a car, you're trying to get out of the area, you're trying to follow the orders, and you feel like you have no choice other than to leave your car. And this is why they had to leave their cars.
They had to leave. We were told that some people were told you better get out of your car now and run because the gridlock was so bad they weren't moving. And you can see what happened. These cars just burned.
So you can see it right there. You can see exactly what happened. Why people had to leave and panic. Just got out of there as fast as they could because they waited too long. They went down the Sunset Boulevard, and the issue there was they were stuck. It was too late. So they had to just get out of their cars and walk. Now, I want to read you another thing. Look at this. It says a life-threatening, destructive, widespread windstorm is expected Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday morning. We're going through that right now. It says widespread damaging winds are expected across most of Los Angeles and Ventura counties. Areas not typically windy, but will be impacted. It says wind gusts are reaching up to 80 miles per hour, posing an extreme and widespread wildfire risk conditions for most of Los Angeles and Ventura counties, including areas that are still recovering from last month's Franklin fire that burned more than 3,000 acres in Malibu. Areas of greatest concern and most destructive winds include Pasadena, Burbank, San Fernando, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Simi Valley, Silmar, Porter Ranch, Altadena, La Crescenta, Malibu, the Santa Gabriel, Santa Susana, Santa Monica Mountains and foothills, San Gabriel, and Santa Fernando valleys. That's what we know. Now, here's the most troubling part. These people, well, a lot of these people, are going to have to replace everything that they had. There's going to be nothing left. Here's the problem. The U.S. government is likely going to provide, and FEMA will, issue a $750 check. That's exactly what you got for the Maui those fires. That's exactly what people got for the hurricanes in Florida, right? Milton, Hurricane Helene. That's what they got, $750 check. But here's the problem. It's going to take years to rebuild. Insurance companies aren't going to be quick to issue money. Just like with the hurricanes, just like with the fire in Maui or other fires as well, it's going to take some time. And this is where some are expecting they will be bankrupt. They will be homeless. Because how are they going to rebuild a $7-10 million home with nothing? Yeah, that's where we're at. So, right now, experts believe that we're going to see devastation like we've never seen it before. Again, some of the things that I showed you look like they're out of a movie, but they're not. This is real life. This is in the Los Angeles area, California. California is on fire. The concern, though, is what do these winds look like? How big or how much is this going to move the fire? And is this going to cause embers to blow to certain areas of the state and potentially catch more of the state on fire? Well, we're going to see soon enough. But hopefully everyone's safe. But that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.